That's 2 shampoo suggestions for you back to back.
Up next on the morning show, when nothing is more helpful. Do you find yourself missing out on moments with friends and family because you're staring at your phone?
Well, stay tuned. We're getting expert advice for overcoming technology's hold on our modern lives and tips for teaching your kids good digital habits.
Technology has become an important tool in forming and maintaining modern relationships. You can swipe right for a first date, schedule Zoom meetings with potential clients, and follow new friends on social media. But with 84% of the population having mobile internet access, our online obsession, that's with a capital O, can make us withdrawn in real life.
The average Aussie spends more than 5.5 hours a day on their phone, with one study finding more than 99% of mobile users have some level of fear of being without it. So, are digital distractions impacting our relationships?
For more, we're joined by digital wellbeing and productivity researcher, Dr. Christy Goodwin. Hello, nice to see you. Technology, it's so important. We can't really do without it. But what are some of the ways it's negatively impacting on our personal relationships?
Yes, it's certainly having an impact on our relationships in very overt ways. We know, for example, alerts and notifications and scrolling when we're in the presence of our loved ones. There's a name for it. It's called phubbing, phone snubbing. And in my latest book, Dear Digital, We Need to Talk, a mum shared a story of how her daughter came home from school one day and said, "How much do you earn per hour?" And she explained that she earned a salary and would need to calculate her hourly rate. And when she went back with her hourly rate, she said to her daughter, "Why do you ask?" And her young daughter turned and said to her mum, "Because I'd like to buy an hour of your time without your phone."
Oh.
Gets you, doesn't it? It gets you in the heart. So we are being sucked into the digital vortex, but our phones are also having a really less overt impact on our relationships in terms of just the presence of our phone. Even if it is on silent and face down, one particular study found that it is literally a brain drain. It impairs our cognitive performance by around 10% just by seeing our phone.
I think that's when I'm most anxious, when my phone's on silent and face down. What's happened? What am I missing?
About what you're missing out.
What are the red flags technology is changing your or your partner's life and habits?
I think we've all become digitally dependent. 90% of adults reach for their phone before their partner first thing in the morning. There is a name for that fear of not having your phone. It's called nomophobia. And we also know that we are spending so much time that many of us are now toilet tweeting. So some red flags.
Toilet tweeting?
There's a name, yes, using your smartphone in the bathroom.
Okay, I do feel superior now because I don't do that.
I don't do that.
Good. Yeah. Well, 47% of the population do.
Wow.
Technology's got its tentacles into every part of our lives. So are we becoming more tolerant? Do we need more connection to get that same satisfaction?
Can we talk about young adults? Say that, I don't know, I've got an 18 and a 20-year-old. Are you worried about this as a generation that's grown up like this? So will they be able to sit around the dinner table and have, go out for dinner with people when they're 35 and actually have intelligent conversation?
Look, the research is saying perhaps not. One study was done and they got restaurant goers, half the group had to put their phone in a box out of sight and out of reach. The other half had to leave their phones on the table. And at the end of the meal, they did some research around how people enjoyed the meal and how much they were distracted. Overwhelmingly, the group that could not see or reach their phone reported significantly higher levels of enjoyment and far less lower levels of distraction just by the mere
not being able to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
How does technology impact our brains and our bodies in general terms? It's only a short segment, but let's try and cut through a bit of it.
Look, some really surprising ways. I don't know if either of you suffer from this, but there is a condition called email apnea. We go into our inboxes, we hold our breath, we dump a whole lot of cortisol, our heart rate accelerates. We're having a physiological response.
A bad one, not a good one.
Not a good one.
Yeah,
we're holding our breath.
Yeah.
We also know we breathe in totally different ways when we're on our screens. Instead of sighing, which we should do roughly every 5 minutes, when we're on our screen, our sigh rate falls off the cliff. We're
distracted.
But no, because we're holding our breath.
To see what comes up.
Yeah, we have a very narrow gaze. When we're on our screen, our eyes converge. As humans, we're biologically designed to dilate our gaze. So it's having a profound impact.
You need to dilate your gaze more often, I think.
Okay, how do we be more present?
My key is to tame our notifications. Our brain can't differentiate between a Teams or a TikTok notification and a tiger chasing us. Our brain perceives them as an external potential stressor. So my golden rules, 3 golden rules for notifications is 1, disable all non-essential notifications. 2, we can now on all platforms bundle or batch our notifications. So rather than them dribbling in throughout the day and distracting us, we can choose a time. And finally, create VIP notifications. So when you put your phone on Do Not Disturb mode, you can have those key people, whether it's your producer of your show, a family member, your children's school, contact you, but everybody else gets blocked.
You're talking about that tiger sort of, what about a cougar in your DMs? Is that the same?
Not quite, could elicit the same
Good
response.
to see you. Good to see you.
Great to
Such
be here.
important information. Thanks for joining us.
Don't worry, we'll make sure those ones still get through. You can add that to your VIP
Oh, I
list.
wasn't talking about myself.
Still to come, thank you. Raquel Welch's special connection to Larry Enter.
Oh, here we go.
This stuff writes itself.
Get out of my
right?
DMs.
We're
Get out of my
continuing to
DMs.
celebrate the life of the screen star.